years old, and I am not talking about my kids. I'm talking about my business. Woo! I'm all smiles now, but Christmas time, I was in a huge panic. And I want to share the story of how I got out of that panic and got into a place of security and happiness, because I know for a lot of you right now, insecurity is like your life. You don't know what's up, what's down. And I want to remind you that we all have control over some things, not everything. So I'm going to just be sharing with you what happened with my business, why it almost crashed, what I did to save it, and how that's going to inform how I behave in the future. Because we got to, if we want to live these dreams and do these cool, fun, amazing things, we need to recognize what we have control over, what we don't, and how to operate going forward to reach our dreams and reach our goals. So, like I said, the last time when I started this business, times were similar. It was COVID. There was so much uncertainty. And I just realized that the only thing I could do to survive was to start a business, because I needed something that I could control, that I could take hands on, and that I could work on and focus my energy into. And for 5 years, I've worked with so many amazing people. We've had all these people go viral and open their hearts and all of this stuff. But this Christmas, I am telling you, this Christmas season, I was in bed in a straight up panic every night, trying to figure out, how am I going to keep this business alive? How am I going to keep this business going? Because Rebecca and I have a very simple method for getting clients. It's not exactly simple, but it is practiced and it is predictable. And we know exactly what buttons we needed to push in order to get clients, right? And so we did that. We launched, I made so many videos, we reached out to so many people. And usually when we do that, that results in enough clients for us to keep going and keep working and having a good time. This time we did all that work. I made like 21 live videos. We reached out to who knows how many thousands of people. And instead of getting the 3, 4, 5 clients that we typically get, we got 0. And I was threw back because I didn't know what to do. When the thing that you've always done doesn't work, what happens next, right? So day after day, I would be panicking, thinking, how are we going to save this place? And the thing that I remembered that I think is super important for all of you as you consider what's going forward is, one thing that other people can provide you, not everybody, don't ask everybody, is perspective. Dr. Enjoy. Hi. We haven't seen you in a while. So nice. So one of the things that people can provide you is perspective. So the first thing I did is I went out to all my smartest friends and I started asking them questions. And I started asking for perspective. And the perspective that I learned was, in this period of time, almost every coach that I talked to, any service provider I talked to, said the same thing. They were like, I did the same launch method, customer acquisition method that I've always done. And I also got 0. So I was like, oh, wait a second. This is a trend. Like, it's not just me and Rebecca making mistakes. This is something that's going on in the world. People are frozen. They're not investing in themselves. They're not going after their dreams right now. And so we might need to hit them a little bit different in order to get clientele. It's not just us, it's all of us. And as soon as I heard that it was all of us, I was like, oh, okay. If everybody's swimming in the same dirty water, then I can do this. I can survive. If this is just about figuring out how to operate in a new environment, and it's not just me being dumb, then I'm about to win. And so I continued searching for that perspective. I went to more friends, and my friend Stacy was like, you know what? I just wish people would come and pitch me and say to me, hey, I want to work with you, and this is what I want to work on. And I was like, is she for real? Is she for real? That's all you want, is someone to tell you what they want to do with you? And I was like, I can do that. I can do that with a lot of people. And so there's this idea that I had in the back of my mind for the longest time, and I finally executed on it because I'll tell you, I don't know about you all, but desperate times make me act. That's why I started this business in COVID because I needed to act. And this is the same feeling I had, the same feeling of out of controlness where I'm like, okay, every idea is on the table now. Boom, 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 boom. And so I decided to create a list of all the people I wanted to work with, everybody I knew who I was like, I love them. I love their energy. I feel like I can actually help them. I thought about all of them and I sent them all a message saying so. Really honestly, really authentically. And a few of them came back and was like, yeah, let's do this. And that's it. Like, boom, all of a sudden, I went from how am I supposed to keep this business going to, oh my gosh, my calendar is full of people that I was dying to work with who are on my work with wish list. So that got us out of the thick. The work, I'm going to talk about how I did that in a later part of this series specifically because I know it's kind of intimidating. Like, am I really supposed to reach out and be that vulnerable with people? And I'm like, you can do it. I could do it. You could do it. But then the next level was, okay, so how are we going to change? The world has changed. So if you have a business or you have a personal brand or you have a persona, you need to change with it too. We are evolving humans. So I was like, how am I going to keep this change rolling? Now that the business is saved, we're cool, I get to work with people I want. What am I going to do to make sure that I'm not in this position in a couple of months? So I continued to get more perspective. I met with other marketers. I've met with advertising people because I'm lucky to have a network of really smart people that I can rely on. And now Rebecca and I are like, wow, how do we take all of this amazing stuff that we've done? We've helped so many people go viral, find themselves, find their voice, understand their brand, get at their TED Talks. How can we expand this and reshape it and reposition it for a new market? Because that's what marketing is. It's a conversation. It's tailoring your skills to the needs of people out in the space who are actually going to pay you money. And so we've got a couple of ideas on the table. But one of the cool things that we got out of this, and I'm going to tell this story later too, so just keep an eye on my content going forward. Listen, you all, who is about to be speaking? Who's going to be a speaker in Ireland this September during her 45th birthday? Moi. I am going to Ireland. And guess who's coming with me? Rebecca. So we booked ourselves a dope speaking engagement in a new place. All I'm trying to say to you, to all of you right now, especially for those of you in the US, I mean, not just the US, I think a lot of places are going through it right now and people are feeling so insecure, is that if you can gain some perspective, if you can trust in your ability to survive, and if you can find the bravery to execute on these ideas that you get from that perspective, you will be good. You'll be better than good. You'll land on the top. And I love to say, like, the people that I work with are all high achievers. And I love to be able to say with them, like, boom, high 10, see you on the good side. Because no matter what's going on here, we're going to land on top. And for me, the reason this is all important is because what's at stake is the life that I believe is right for me. What's at stake is being able to work with people you like, being able to control my time, being able to hang out with my kids, being able to live where I want, and to do it with kindness, and to do it with honesty, and to be authentic, and to be messy and still be successful. Because I think there is so much stuff out there telling you that if you aren't perfect, if you aren't pretty, if your body doesn't look right, if your voice doesn't sound right, if you didn't grow to the right school and make the right networking connections, if you got the wrong accent, that you don't deserve this life. And even those people who have those things feel like they don't deserve this life. And I'm like, mm-mm, I'm prepared to prove that we can have these things. And that's what's at stake for me. This is why I don't give up. This is why I was sitting there in my bed Christmas season figuring out how we're going to make this survive, because it's not just about the business, it's not just about the money. I can always go get a job, but it's about proving that you can live where you want. You can, for not everybody but me, because I'm working towards it at all times. You can live where you want. You can make good money. You can enjoy the people you work with. You can care about people's mental health and still be successful, because right now it feels like the bad guys are winning. And so my ass needs to be out here proving that you can be good and win too. I'm not going to lie. Chasing this dream is hard and fulfilling that prophecy is difficult, but I would not want to be doing anything else. I am not here to endure. I am here to thrive. I am here to be the breath of fresh air that you need to remind you that you do not need to listen to the world that tells you that everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Look around. Talk to your people, the ones who make you feel inspired. Yeah. That's it. And watch my content, because I'm going to be telling you what I did, how I did it, step by step, tactical things that you can do to move the needle in a place so you can start feeling like, living the life that I wanna. Especially with summer coming up, let's do that. Okay. I think that's it. Please pay attention to the content, because I do want to share this with you guys so more of us can be on the right side of good. And that's it. This is fun. See you later.